All right, people, you know what it is. Crypto B-Boy coming at you. Yeah, I got some stuff for you today. Pretty much it's going to be very interesting and it's very important to know, even during what's going on out there. And excuse me, blood in the streets, this big time dump of, liquidity back into the market from Germany or from wherever, financial institutions that are dumping, you know, Bitcoin and liquidity and all this stuff, man. But don't worry about it, people. Like I said in my I mean, not Twitter, but my TikTok video, I said, don't worry, be happy. That's right. But I got some good news to reconfirm or affirm for yourself your position that you should be taking and staying in put with, because in the future we have a lot to go and a lot of things that are going to take place, and Allah knows best. God knows best. Yes. So let me get in. All right. So just bear with me and we'll start on up. Are you ready? Let's get it. Bang. Alrighty then, bow. But anyway, I tell you, it is stuff that I've come upon. I've actually come upon before, but it's like piecing the puzzle together, because everything's all these different pieces, so many things, catalysts, so many catalysts. Like I said in one of my videos before in the past, there's going to be more than one big catalyst that some people might want to use that will bring us into this new future, this new digitized future that is coming, whether it's through blockchain technology, fintech companies providing the digital assets and the liquidity of digital form to society, whether it be under CBDCs for most, or private companies that are providing, such as the cryptos that we know, right? Digital currencies, or whether it be gold and metals, precious metals, going from just being stored in vaults after being minted, but going into digital forms of what it is called tokenization, right? Real world assets. So many different forms of real world assets, things that have to be used in society and infrastructure, but get tokenized. This is where things are going. And then like AI as well, electric vehicles, EV, all this, everything electronic, new, modernized, futuristic, like Jetson type of things are going to be taking place soon. And some things are going to be, dystopian, and some things are going to be really good. But we have to take it for what it's going to come and be able to deal with it, position ourselves correctly. So let's get into what I wanted to speak on, which is tokenization of real world assets, but mainly focused on, in this video, particularly on precious metals, such as mainly gold. And we're going to deal with gold now, because right now there's companies that are actually doing that. So there's one company that I'm going to show you in a video from a guy that I know, and I've been in spaces and places, even on Twitter and so forth, and in talks with him. His name is Jake Claver. He has a company that he works with and is affiliated with, digital asset provider company, that or not just digital assets, but they provide you with consultation to invest into digital assets, to invest into forms of assets that they can use in the future, like, in a sense, real world assets, you know what I mean? But on a more national level, because his company is based in America. So, but I think they do have global accounts and so forth. But he's a great guy, and he knows what he knows, and he's in the space. He is also an investor himself, especially XRP, and part of the XRP community. And I'm going to let you see his video first, and then we'll go into another video for real quick, and just I'll bring up a little bit of information that the BIS has within their usage of tokenization, which is the main basis of this video. All right, so let's get into this first one. Hold on for a second. Not that one. Sorry, people. All right, so and this is a great video in a sense, with a company that is actually partaking. And this video is not something new. It's been out for a couple of months, I think. The last time that I looked upon it, then I just pulled it right back out of my playlist and just said, no, this is a good video to use even now. Still, it is relevant. So let's get into it. All right. So hold on for a sec. Ready?
And we're back with another interview with another great project on XTC's network. Today we have the pleasure of having Navin Dsouza with us. Navin, how are you doing?
I'm good, Jake. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, absolutely. So he is one of the prominent people involved with Comtech Global. Can you give the viewers maybe an idea of what you guys are building on XTC's network?
So basically, at Comtech Gold, what we have tried to do is change the way people invest in gold kind of thing. So what we have done is we have tokenized physical gold into digital tokens or tokenized gold is a version where people can buy, sell gold in a digital tokenized form and have it in their wallet. So what we believe is gold is one of the most historical assets which has been into investment right from Financial Times, Grand 7 Days, and the others. But the way of investing in gold has not changed, and still predominantly physical gold is the prominent way of investing. So what we are trying to do is bring this real world asset into the tokenized world and allow people to buy gold in the tokenized form and have it safely secured in their wallet while the gold remains secured, insured in a secured vault.
Yeah, there's a few other people that are looking to do this. I've seen Glint and a few others that kind of have a way of going about it. You guys actually issue a warrant against a 1 kill.
Yeah, I would like to, just in case, you guys might kind of not understand the gentleman, which is, his name is Navin Dsouza. If I pronounced his name right, forgive me if I didn't. But he has a thick accent. I think maybe Indian or something from Indo, accent. Pretty much, he spoke about how gold is and has always been well known to be a very valuable asset. It's been used ancient times up to now for value, and people utilizing it to protect their wealth, to store their wealth in it. So people would purchase. Still today, they purchase gold, but even like in America, which we've been through, the things that we've been through when they changed gold from being having a use case, to the Bretton Woods, agreement that they had back in the 40s, if I'm saying it correctly, 30s, 40s, late 30s, 40s, right? And made the dollar the reserve currency, or made the dollar the usage of money in America per se, starting first in America and then eventually became the reserve currency through Nixon and so forth like that. So it's a lot of different change that went on, and then but gold has always been the main tangible asset for usage as far as money is concerned. So this is what he's talking about, and then how their company goes into getting involved and why they decided to get involved in the tokenization of gold and what it's going to do for them. And Jake is right here. He's explaining a bit of how other companies like Glint is a company I actually also invested in it and bought some. It's like a tokenization of gold, but they don't use blockchain like this company Comtech does. And as you see, XDC is the main blockchain, or DLT, digital ledger technology, that they're using to to tokenize this gold that they have, or these warrants as he's mentioning, and you'll hear what Jake is talking about, of mint, gold mints such as bars, a certain amount of bars, or weight of bars that they have, and they're stored and it's in Dubai. But we'll let it go, let the video go, and you can hear more about it. And I'll try to expound a little bit, because due to the, maybe if it's not real clear to you, because the accent of the gentleman. So let's go ahead.
Kilogram bar that's held there in Dubai, and the mints that you guys use are some of the best and purest in the world, from my understanding, right? So it's premium level, high grade gold, only the purest, right, that you're dealing with. There's no inflation packaged in there. And then you guys tokenize it down to the gram, and issue a token that represents each gram. But it's really, so you have warrants or bonds against the gold that are issued for the 1 kilogram allotment, and then you guys tokenize the warrant. Is that kind of how your procedure works?
Yeah, so what we are trying to do is a little distinct than what others are trying to do. Where many of them have reserves into the refineries or reserves into mines and the others. So what we have used as a standardized practice, as what you rightly said, is what we, as the underlying, keep or invest or buy 1 kilo gold bars. So what we do is the backing of it is 1 kilo gold bars, which is 99.99% purity. We only accept London good delivery bars, and we accept only UAE good delivery bars. So they are the best globally. That's the most fungible and liquid traded gold. And we have added a governance element into it. So what we have done is we have done a partnership with DMCC, which is a government of Dubai entity. So every 1 kilo gold bar which comes into the vault, there is a trade flow warrant which is created. So trade flow warrant is a legal tender document in UAE, which is issued by DMCC. So DMCC validates the gold. DMCC verifies that gold is coming to the vault. And then in parallel, against each and every warrant, we create 1,000 tokens, where one token represents 1 gram. So this creation or minting of the token is also done in a multi-sig environment where DMCC is one of the signatories. So they validate whether the gold is coming. They validate the token minting request is coming. It matches with the gold, and then only it approves the minting and the gold deposit. So which means that at no
Real quick, if you didn't get it, basically what he's explaining is about the warrant, or as it's like bond, it's like a legal tender, and it's recognized by the DMCC, which is the organization that covers and regulates this type of process, and they have this agreement with this organization in Dubai, which is UAE, in the country of United Arab Emirates, and they have this there for them. So this is how they're able to do what they're doing. If you didn't quite understand what he was saying, but pretty much I think he clarified it. So I'll let it go for a little more, and then we'll get into the next video.
point in time, independently, Comtech can create or mint tokens without gold. And predominantly where it comes important is many of them say that, okay, what happens? I have the tokens, but tomorrow you decide and disappear with the gold. What happens over there? Because at the end of it, everything is about trust, everything is about the reserves. So even if we have to withdraw the gold, when we send it to the vault saying that please give me 1 kilogram of gold, they say that now you have a warrant against it. First, go to DMCC and cancel the warrant. Without that, we cannot release the gold. So when we go to DMCC to cancel the warrant, DMCC comes and says that, okay, we're requesting a cancellation of warrant. Where is your burning request for 1,000 tokens? So we create a burning again in a multi-sig where 1,000 tokens are burnt against individual gold bars, where we have to mention the bar number against which is burnt, the warrant number against which is burnt, and these both go to DMCC for approval. So they endorse, they verify, and validate to ensure that equivalent amounts of tokens are burned without the gold comes out. So at no point in time there can be any mismatch between the tokens issued and the underlying gold. So that's the governance factor we have done it. And predominantly in the region, we are the first to be Sharia compliant. Sharia is an important factor from Islamic investment perspective. So it's not only necessary for Islamic investment, but
And also for those of you who are Muslim, they have this company, particular Comtech Gold. They dealing with Sharia compliant, aspects of this whole tokenization services that they provide. And they know that pretty much because it's predominantly in that Islam is predominant in that region, and that is a major uh, factor for countries such as UAE, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and those countries in the Gulf area over there, and it's called the Middle East. So they're going to ask about that. They're going to probably want that. Their banks they try to use, and they try to have banking that is Sharia compliant without using usury or interest bearing services that are there in those lands. So that's important for those who are Muslim. And then just pretty much to finish up because I don't want this video to go too long. We got a little more content to go with. So, but if you want, I will be posting the link for this video for Jay Claver's video, this particular one, in the description area, my description area. So just if you want to look and watch the video on your own, then I'll give you the access to it. There it will be convenient for you. You don't have to worry about going and searching it out in YouTube, in the YouTube search engine or something like that. So anyway, and it's a great video, and I would suggest that you watch it and get a little even more in depth of what they're speaking about, the company itself, Comtech, what Navin speaks about. There's going to be a little more questions that Jake asked the gentleman about in relation to how everything works with the company and tokenization and how that process goes through, other than what we just heard here in this video. All right. So anyway, let's go on and move on to the next one. All right. And this is a short video, and this is from Black Swan Black Swan Capitalist. My man Vendel, the two brothers Vendel and Versan, and these guys put this video out, but it's just a short about a gentleman that they were had on their show, and they were speaking and getting some questions to him, and he's well known in the area of finance and so forth as well. So he gave a lot of informative information, and he spoke more in this topic right here about gold, and they put this short video out. So let's check it out and see what they're talking about. All right, just give me a sec, get it geared up for you guys. All right, and here we go.
I'm fascinated with the application of blockchain technology in the financialization of all markets.
Sorry, let's keep going.
I can confirm firsthand that the World Gold Council and the Royal Canadian Mint are similarly fascinated.
Yeah.
And the idea that you could have a digital token that represented physical gold could be exchanged for physical gold, but could enjoy lower denomination, more liquidity, and less transaction cost is, I think, a reality in the not very distant future. Whether or not XRP is the technology that is going to be adopted. I similarly have noted in the quarterly from the Bank for International Settlements, to which I subscribe, their own interest in XRP. And it was interesting for me to hear it from younger, smarter people than I, like you.
Yes, and as you can see, he is into XRP. And so are we, the brothers from Capitalist, Black Swan Capitalist as well. But one thing to say in relation to what he was saying is that this is what is going on, and this is what we see, and this is what my main discussion or subject matter here in this video is that we're going there. It's happening, and it's exciting, very exciting. It's exciting for me. Now, it's like I said, some things are going to be dystopian. Some things are going to be like where there's, as we know, there's always mankind, there's always governments, there's always people in the top echelon of things, elitists, if you want to call them, the cabal, whoever, right? And I'm just laughing in a more satire kind of way, because it's a real serious matter of what's been going on for centuries and what people have done to manipulate and control other human beings. But that's going to be what it is, and then we're going to have people who are going to rebel or go up against them and try to strive for their freedoms. So, and in different countries, different regions of the world and parts of the world, you're going to find this. So whether it's going to be partial dystopian and partially good, that's what we have to deal with and put ourselves in a position where we are benefiting and we can benefit our families with all this. Like with me, I'm one that I'm trying to position myself and stay in my position. I've done what I've done as far as in being an investor in digital space, digital asset space, such as crypto, as well as they call it cryptocurrency. And then also now going into the areas of precious metals. I have come upon a company known as At Cost Metals through the grapevine of dealing, having business dealings, entrepreneurship dealings with other people and networking with other people that I know in the area of business. And, came across being one to want to invest in something else, but more tangible, which is precious metals. And the company is known as At Cost Metals. And the name itself speaks for itself because they promote and sell and do their business based on giving people in a sense, it's like discounted prices for their metals, purchasing metals from this company at cost, meaning that no one has to pay, high prices of premiums or great markups and the likes. And even sometimes at certain points, you don't have to pay the spot price. So, and those of you who know these terms in precious metals, accumulation of precious metals or buying precious metals on the markets, on the regular retail markets, then you know some of those terms. If you don't, then later in when I get into more extensive in the videos dealing with precious metals, which I'm going to be doing. I'm going to also be making certain changes in when I do my other videos that will be more specific on those assets like precious metals, and as besides the digital assets that I usually deal with cryptocurrency and especially XRP, the other utility coins as such. All right, so but let's get into this little article. Well, it's not really an article, it's a document, and I'm dealing with this, but the reason is because it pretty much clarifies what's going on. Oh, excuse me, that's not the one. Hold on for a second. Where is it at? I had it just a few minutes ago. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is an article that I found, and the article covers what BIS, Bank of International Settlements, is doing in the area of tokenization. And they have a project called Project Promesa, and they're testing tokenization of financial instruments. Okay, so let's get into what it says. BIS Innovation Hub, Swiss National Bank, and World Bank launched Project Promesa to test tokenization of financial instruments. And those of you who don't know, again, BIS is Bank of International Settlements, which is like a big, hub for most of central banks in the world. And they basically do the preparing and helping these central banks to prepare their infrastructure and help it support it in a sense. So and money wise is concerned. So, as it says, to address the global challenges of the 21st century, the G20 wants to deliver better, bigger, and more effective multilateral development banks through substantially increasing. Sorry, let me put on my glasses here real quick because sometimes, especially in the morning, my eyes get a little blurry. So I got to give it a little help. So through substantially increasing their financing capacity. Today, many international financial institutions, including multilateral development banks, are partly funded by financial instruments known as promissory notes, which are basically paper, most of which are still paper-based, while the current system provides the operational controls for member nations to make subscription and contribution payments to institutions like the World Bank. The custody of outstanding promissory notes can be digitized to address operational challenges and enhance efficiency. And that's very important. And that's why they're trying to move into the digitized arena of things and space, because a lot of what has been in the past has been slow or hasn't been efficient enough. And as up to date, the way that the world is going, the way that the population has grown, even though due to the pandemic we lost thousands of the human population on this earth, and that was, who's to say if that was planned? We're not going to get in there. YouTube could probably flag me for cause of it, but but anyway, pretty much there's still a great amount of people in this world, and businesses are coming up. Development, you have developing countries that haven't been developed up to the level of what these countries that we know that are part of the G20, and then you have even now BRICS. All these different nations and different things that are going on that the global economy needs an upgrade, pretty much, and that's what's going down. So as it says, Project Promesa is a joint experiment of the BIS Innovation Hub Swiss Center, the Swiss National Bank, and the World Bank that aims to build a proof of concept, which is known as POC, of a platform for digital tokenized promissory notes. The International Monetary Fund is participating in the project as an observer. So, I don't really need to go on, but I'll read a little bit of this because this is very important too, because it deals with how, tokenization is like the merge of assets, real world assets, whether even if it can be, documentation or paper that is used for currency or used for value of money, like promissory notes, and then you have bonds, right? Then you have the stock market, you have all this stuff, and a lot of that has been from the more traditional way of finance have been paper. Now we're in a digitized, future or time that we're going into that will be in the future will be more digitized. So that's what they're saying. So using using distributed ledger technology, like what, XRP, right? Project Promesa intends to simplify the management of the notes and provide a single source of truth for all counterparties throughout the notes life cycles. That means that the government of the member nation and the central bank acting as the designated custodian will have a comprehensive overview of all notes outstanding with different international financial institutions, and vice versa. International financial institutions such as the multilateral development banks will have uniform visibility of the outstanding notes held by different central banks. So with this, there will be a lot more, transparency. You understand? So, which is great. And as you can see, this is like a little diagram of how things will work. You have different countries, country 1, country 2, country 3, and they're integrated into the systematic functionality that's going to go on and take place with this tokenization of promissory notes. And this is what they show here. And then that's pretty much it. I don't need to get into the rest of it because it does. I think that's sufficient enough. But appreciate you guys listening and staying here with me and everything. And just know, again, like I said, I'm going to be getting to more videos based on tokenization of real world assets, also known as RWAs, and getting into the understanding of how the merging of technology and precious metals coming together. And that's what we see as we know tokenization of precious metals, unlike all the other real world assets or even documentation such as we've seen in promissory notes, bonds, and all these things, dividends. A lot of things are going to be in the future with tokenization, as we'll see, because that's where they're going as far as those who are in place in power. We have to accept that, and whether it's going to be a bit dystopian or not, position yourself accordingly and have knowledge and be aware. And that's why I do these videos, to try to make you guys aware. So again, also don't forget to subscribe with your brother over there and basically, like the video, man. If you like the video, click that like button, slam that like button. Don't break your keyboard by doing it, or your phone. But I appreciate you with that. It will help the algorithm, and it will allow YouTube to put, or have them where they will put more videos out to you that I do, and try to make you aware and bring value to you. So until next time, appreciate you guys. We're out. Been on for at least 30-something minutes. I know some of you guys, your attention span gone, so I don't want to keep this video going too long, much longer. Until then, you'll see me again, and stay with us. And the next video, I'll probably be covering some more of this and dealing with more with the at-course metals that I mentioned earlier, or in the mid part of the video. And I'm going to bring something from Lynette Zhang, our gold lady and precious metals lady, and she does well in the area of knowledge and knowing what's going on in that area. It gives us a lot of value and knowledge and entertainment with her videos too. And do watch her as well. She has her own channel, but I'll be bringing some information from her in the next video. So just bear with me. Until then, you take care. You guys be safe. Stay on point. Dollar cost average. Don't worry. Be happy. Peace. I'm out.